Yo, what is up, guys? We're sketching things. Hey, we got a Miller Brothers T-1. This is Dave's T-1. You're gonna get kind of a story here. This is probably the best packaging job I've seen coming from a maker. Looks pretty secure. So, 1 week ago, last Monday, I got home from work and I had some packages. One was my heater and then this Miller Bro from Dave. He had carried it for a month. You're gonna get a story, sorry. A lot of times I'll get comments like, just get on with it already. We don't care what your story is. Well, if you're here, you get stories. So anyway, Dave carried his T1. He got it at Blade Show and carried it. He did a month challenge, right? Only knife you could carry for a month. And I had wanted one for a while, right? It's one of those knives I talked about it in that unboxing from Dave. You see it and you're kind of like, oh, that's bizarre. But then the more you see it, the more you kind of like it. And they're hard to get. Dave and I talked about it. They come up on the secondary and they're more expensive. When Miller Brothers does drops, they go quickly, right? They announce them unless you go to a show. But man, some of the stuff. Why don't you take a look at some of the stuff they're taking to Blade Show West? Crazy. I don't want to cut anything. So anyway, they're hard to get, right? They'll put a reel up or something on their Instagram page saying, hey, this knife is on our site, and then you go there and either it's super crazy expensive because it's really ornate or it's gone. So Dave sent me his. Like I said, he carried it for a month and he was like just kind of sick of it. After carrying one knife for a month, I know I used to do that, and it gets old. So he said, it's coming your way, and if you want it, it's yours. And I'm like, well, let's just send it, and we'll just kind of wait and see. Maybe you'll feel different, but I got it, and they feel great in hand. So that was exact last Monday. Tuesday, I'm on the job site. And it might be 4 or 5 o'clock. It was sketchy reception, and I saw a text from Dave, and we're trying to finish up and get done for the day so we can go home. And I just kind of look down and read the text, like as it just kind of shows on your lock screen. It says, Miller Bros just dropped some T1s if you want a new one. I'm like, oh, what? I got one, right? Maybe. And I looked on their site and I saw the price. I'm like, oh God. But like I said, that was like 4 or 5 o'clock. And so drive an hour home. Say it's like 6 o'clock. Get home, shower, eat. And I'm eating and they're still on the website. So I'm texting back and forth with Dave. And then finally I just call Dave. And he's like, I'm like, why'd you send me that? Because one had a, here's the card, custom T1 Z-Wear 2024. And I'm like, why'd you send me that? Because one had a coin, right, in bed in it, and it was his birthday, or his birth year. And so we're kind of going back and forth, just kind of talking, and I'm trying to get it out of him, like, well, do you want me to buy yours so you can buy the one with the coin? And he's like, no, I've already got one. But we're kind of going back and forth. And I'm like, dude, I'll I'm not gonna buy yours. Oh, dude, I love this spec. Look, that is tight. If you want yours, like I said, no problem, man. I'll just throw it back in the mail. And he's like, yeah, to be honest with you, the minute I sent it to you, I regret it. Like, he goes, I sent it to you saying that you could buy it. And the minute I put it in the mail, you know, he had like kind of second thoughts or like, oh, that was a mistake. Because these are hard to get, right? This thing is so stiff. So yeah, here's Dave's. And now here's mine. Cool. I'm glad. I like the plain version, but this one's got a little bit more going on, and I kind of dig the dark colored blade. And it was hard. I thought it, yeah, it is more of a, Dave's, like every grind of theirs is different. Like they have a tanto, a drop point, they do some recurves and bowies. And this is kind of tanto-ish, but not as much of a tanto as Dave's, does that make sense? But I like the dark going on. Yeah, Dave's is broken in. This is going to be fun to break in. But let's look at mine real quick. Darkened hardware. They had one, had a darker pivot color. I don't know, what is that? It looks like maybe G10. But then it had the more pronounced tanto. And I love a good tanto, especially on a thick knife like this. Let's see if there's any thickness in the tips. You know, each, yeah, it looks similar. Each one is, you know, even though they have their kind of go-to scales like these and these, you know, each blade's a little different. They do, everything's just a little different. You know, these studs are a different color than Dave's. This has these things here. So go on there, check them out on Instagram. The pocket clips are different. I forgot to mention that. You know, the pocket clips, the pocket clip seems to be, you know, a little different, you know, because they do them by hand, right? So very cool. Yeah. Guess what's going to work tomorrow? This one. Dave was immediately like, you better send, you know, make a video of you prying with that. And I'm like, I'm going to a job site that's got a crate. And then I got to the job site, and this one's an open crate, no lid to pry open. So maybe in a month I'll be back to having a crate. But yeah, I'm happy. God damn, that thing is stiff. These things are just insanely chunky, but I mentioned it in Dave's video. They're really comfortable. It's a super ergonomic for a thick knife. It fills up the hand well. The choke up, you know, the choil is great. Really, really cool. So, and then see, T. Miller is, I think, and then it's funny, like I bought this, and later that night, so I bought it under my real name. So, oh, it doesn't have the things on the other side. All right, it's got the little things there, but not on the sides. He started following me on Instagram, and he didn't follow me because I bought one, because I don't know how he would associate. That's a, man, the pocket, that thing is tight. There's no, there's a little stick, but we'll wear it in. Boy, this thing is gonna need some break-in. But anyway, the three brothers, right? There's three brothers. And so I guess one is more kind of the one that does the folders. And I think that's Timothy Miller. And it was funny, like, you see the notification on your phone, and it's just such and such is following you on Instagram. I'm like, Timothy Miller, whatever. And I log into Instagram later, and I'm like, holy shit, that's one of the Miller brothers. He's following me, you know, like, oh, wow, I'm so cool now. So, yeah, Z-Wear. Let's just kind of look at the differences real quick. Let's look at the Miller brothers. So that's pretty much the same here. I'm just looking for the markings. And on this side is, oh yeah, it says T. Miller there. And then T. Miller there, USA, T. Miller here. And then I noticed on this one too, it's got some funky, they do, I didn't think they did until I looked at it the other day. They do, there's some internal milling on this side. They kind of pocket it, but it's such a big knife, it doesn't matter. Looks like there's like, what does it say? X. There's like some symbols here. V, X. I can't see in there. Under here, there's something. Oh, triangle, X, and looks like the Miller Brothers logo. Miller Brothers logo, X, triangle. I don't know what the hell that means. If you guys know, let me know. Yeah, it's got T. Miller on the pocket clip. Yeah, it's cool. Each one, like I said, these are custom, where the scales might be the same. Like they might do, and the milling on the other one had different milling here. So they might do, you know, scales can be similar-ish, but then there's just so many differences in each one. You can lock it out, but oh man, I love that color blade. I don't know what I don't know if it's PVD or just darkened. It looks like it's got some sort of coating on it. So yeah, it's gonna be fun breaking that bad boy in. So I'm gonna send that back. I said, okay, Dave, let me keep it a little while longer. I want to unbox the Miller, my T1 with your T1. And he's like, no problem, man. So yeah, Dave's is much smoother. Much smoother. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta box up some knives to mail out tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.